Welcome to my channel. This is Mario Lloyd, also known as Real Estate Guru PK. On this channel, we talk about my real estate endeavors. We also have the top real estate producers and the top entrepreneurs in the country. Be sure to click the link below with Justin P with his Support Black Colleges marketing course. Also with Jason White's Crack the Code affiliate link, click that below as well. Also to support the channel, Webull, M1 Finance, Chase, Discover, Robinhood, and Public, a stock trading app. We hope you enjoyed this episode. This is Real Estate Guru PK signing out. How y'all doing? Welcome to another episode. We got the voice.
Yes, sir. The voice.
How you doing?
Amazing. I'm happy that you guys invited me out here today.
Mm-hmm. I DM'd you. I didn't even know you was with him, which is crazy.
Yeah, no, because Kobe was actually telling me, Cool Nerd, he was letting me know, like, oh, I'm about to go to this podcast. I'm like, oh, yeah, I think a podcast hit me up, too, to come on there. And he showed me the page. I'm like, yep, that's the one. That's
hilarious. I didn't put two and two together until he told me. I was like, oh, you are coming together. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, I usually ask all my guests about their story first. Mm-hmm. So, how'd you, like your upbringing, how'd you get into entrepreneurship?
Yeah, man. Like, I low-key feel like I've been doing entrepreneurship my whole life. Mm-hmm. It probably started when I was younger, at my grandma's house. Mm-hmm. So, I used to do something that's called movie night. It was low-key a scam. I would get, like, my whole family to come. Mm-hmm. I would invite everybody. Let them know, oh, we having a movie night. You know, they just think it's a family gathering, but I'm standing at the door, like charging. Yeah. But, you know, I'm just finding a bootleg movie online, and then I asked my grandma to front me some money to go take me to the store.
How much was you charging?
Nothing too much, $5, $10. You know, okay. You had it. Mm-hmm. You got kids. You can get them in for $3, you know, each kid. But then I had my grandma front me some money to do this, and I was running this whole operation with my little brother. And it's cool because he actually just moved down to Atlanta. And we, you know, running business together. So, yeah. And she would just front us money. We would never pay her back.
So messed up.
Yeah, we would sell the snacks. But my grandma was all for it. She was like super supportive, allowing us to do the movie night in the house. And then we started trying to expand and do other ventures throughout the neighborhood. Like, you know, let's go pick up like dog poop and clean up people's yards. But they didn't want us going door to door. Then we was up early. We'd be up at like 6 a.m. going door to door around the neighborhood. And that's really where it all started. But none of my parents, like my father, he's in the military. So I really only do this when I'm in the summer. So every summer I go to my dad's house. And because when I was at home, I lived like on the east side of Atlanta with my mom. And it wasn't really the safest place to be going around knocking doors and doing all that. So when I'm at my dad's house, we'd go around with my brother just trying to start any business. But my family's so military. He didn't really understand that. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't something that they really poured into. Or like, you know, supported all the way. So, you know, it just kind of fell off for a little bit.
Was that something you wanted to do growing up, like being in the military or no? I
didn't want to. I almost did join the military, but it wasn't for me having braces in high school. I probably would have been in the military. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I never looked up like at it. It's like, oh, this is something I want to do. But my dad did it. My grandpa did it. Both sides, like. It's just I came from a family of people who've been in the military. So yeah.
So what type of student was you?
In school? Mm-hmm. I mean, I was always super smart without trying.
Was you getting all A's?
Nah. I wouldn't get all A's. Because I would never try. Mm-hmm. But I go to school, I'll pass the test. Yeah. I never study. I'll never study. Too. I just pass. Yeah, I never have to study it. If I did study, it would be through like 5 minutes, 10 minutes before the class started. That's when I'll study. But like I was the type of kid to let everybody cheat off me. You know what I'm saying? So if I got it, I could have it. So I put everybody on. And then my GPA was pretty decent, but I wanted to get it a little bit higher. You know, try to go to college and everything. So I started taking hella AP classes. And, you know, that just being naturally good at something, like that talent, like you got to do that hard work to meet those AP classes. So that's when I really learned that, like, you can't just be good at something just like naturally. Because like, even though you're naturally talented, you have to literally put in that hard work. And so them AP, they was beating me up like, and I didn't know, you know, what was going on because at the same time we doing that, I'm managing sports and just like doing a whole bunch of stuff at the same time. And that's actually like one of my things right now. Like, I always do a whole bunch of things at one time. My mom always tell me like, yo, listen, like,
slow down.
But that's why everybody, like, they know me just being everywhere right now.
Are you ever gonna slow down or no?
No, I don't listen to my mom when she say that. I don't listen to nobody when they say that. Slow down, because me just keep doing things is what got me here. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I do understand focus. So it's like, it's difference between trying to do everything at once and like, you have to focus. So it's okay to have projects, but you need to make sure that you have a focus so you can get something done. Because then otherwise you're just going to have a whole bunch of open tabs. You're just going to keep opening tabs and not complete anything. So something that I learned is like, okay, it's cool to do this, but then I learned how to delegate at a really like young age. And then I also learned how to build a team. You know what I'm saying? So like within like the past year, I just been putting people in place. Like I need a team to like do this entire operation.
So what's next? Like, I want to know your bucket list for people you want to interview, like your top 10
people I want to interview. Well, let's talk about why I even started doing the interviews.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, because like it was never really a thing that I decided I wanted to do, you know, on my own. I literally like I said, I grew up wanting to be an entrepreneur, and then I started to play this game with my little brother. So my little brother named Javier, Javi, we always together now. But we used to play this game called Animal Jam, and the whole purpose of it was basically utilizing. You want to become rich, like you basically want to have all the rares in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Like Monopoly?
Nah, not like Monopoly, because you buying properties. It's like you got Jordans. You want to have the best Jordans. You know what I'm saying? And certain Jordans are rare.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like I got the Off-White 4s, you know, it costs more money. Right? And that's like how the game go. But we became like notorious in the game. Like we got Reddit articles made about us still to this day. Like, off our username. Yeah, because we came so fine. We was just finessing, had stores and just doing all this. And we use those same business tactics that we use in that game, like to this day. And so I've always understood leverage. And that's what that game taught me, is those soft skills of understanding leverage. And so now when I, you know, got into entrepreneurship, is actually when I met like Cool Nerd. But prior to that, I was already doing videography, and I had a passion for it, which is why I started to do it. But I was like, I know, like I had a passion for it. I just knew it could make money. But like I've been asking for a camera since when I was 10, but I was just like, when I started doing it, I shot a wedding and it was just so boring. And my arms hurt. And this one, I really was over it. I went to a wedding. My arms was hurting. I was there all day standing up. And then they didn't even feed us. I was just like, yo, I didn't know. Like,
supposed to take your plate.
Yeah, like,
supposed to just go get one.
Like, nah, bro, because you know, okay, let them go eat, and but it's like, nah, it's like, oh, it wasn't in the budget to feed us.
Did they said that when you was trying to get some food?
Yeah,
damn,
for real. And I was like, oh, nah, I ain't doing this. I was like, I'm not doing this. But I was just doing videography at that certain point, and I actually ended up meeting Cool Nerd, and he introduced me to like whole e-commerce space, and I started becoming like obsessed with it. I'm like, bro, I don't care about no money. I just want to learn it. Like that's everything I kept saying. Like the thing is that people aren't adamant about learning, and I'm like, I knew how valuable I could be to somebody, so I was literally just like, bro, I don't care about no money. Just give me the opportunity to learn. And I like kept doing it. I was like, what you got to do? Like, what you need me to do? I know you busy, bro. Like, I know you need something to do. Pass me some work. And so I would always be on this line saying that. And get work. And I was and at that time I was in college, so full-time college student. I had a double major in biology and psychology. I was going to school pursuing to be a psychiatrist. So
what college?
I went to Kennesaw. It's like it's a small school in Atlanta, or like really outside of Atlanta. And I decided to go to college because my family, they actually have a lot of problems with mental illness, which is why I wanted to become a psychiatrist. And I wanted to learn more about the brain and how it works. But even though I didn't I went ahead and graduated college. I stayed in the whole time. But I met Kobe when I was like it was either the end of my freshman year or the beginning of my sophomore year. I can't really remember when I met him. But started doing the plays with them, and now I'm actually like COO at Digital Brands. So it was just like me really being adamant and managing all my projects, being an RA, having double majors, and being able to handle everything that I've been doing my whole life. Because if I hadn't put myself through all that training when I was younger, when I had to get to the point where I was managing all this stuff in real life, I wouldn't be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's basically what I had to do.
Okay.
I want to know about your credit repair business.
Yeah, credit.
Yeah, I need that.
The credit sauce. So that credit sauce.
Yeah. Well, it's not. Well, I just have one thing on my credit that's destroying my life right now. But, we're talking about you right now. Oh no! What's on my credit is just child support. That's it.
That's a little hard one right there.
Yeah, I got the hardest one to get rid of. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little what I can help. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You can always level up that credit.
Okay, yeah, I need it. Really
we got that. But I got into credit. It was after ecom. And actually, what really stuck out to me about credit is because we kept working with these small business owners. So 2020. Everybody wanted to start a business. Everybody, it was crazy, yo. We selling websites, they flying off the show. But the problem is that we kept messing with these new business owners, but they didn't understand how
business work.
They didn't understand how it worked. They didn't have any money to actually invest into scaling their business. And I remember we had worked with clients for marketing, and they didn't have any money to put for ad spend. Actually, so much, in fact, they would put their debit card down. And it kept running out of money. So the ads turned off. They mad they're not getting results. And I'm just kind of figuring out like, yo, the problem here is that, you got a really great business idea, but you don't got no credit. And so I literally spent $10,000. I'm 19, 18 at the time. I spent $10K. So I actually maxed out my credit cards to get inside of this mentorship to teach me everything about credit. And
whose mentorship was it?
Sean Sharma. Actually, Sean Sharma. So a lot of people don't know him, like in our space at all. And I did a lot of research. So I was looking at him 500. I was looking at Sean. I was just looking at this dude at credit. I was looking at a whole bunch of people in the credit space, and I was like weighing out my options. I was like, oh, okay, RPX being a part of the community would be great. And then I'm like, yeah, but like Sean, he just looked like he had the sauce to me. Yeah, and I'm like, community, I'm already doing all this networking, with digital brands, and I felt like I was already networked, like, inside that space of that community, especially in the urban space. And I'm like, yo, this is going to help me expand my network outside of just Atlanta. Plus, it was a little bit more intimate. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I went the route of, like, working with Sean. But he taught me everything about credit. And I even learned way more outside of that. It actually led me to meet my sales coach, where I spent $30,000 to really become really efficient at high ticket sales. Yeah, and I was just spending so much money on personal development. It's like, yo, you just got to become an expert. Like I was just like, I'm just gonna put out the money. I don't really care about anything else. Like, you young, you invest money into yourself, you become the best person you can be, and you keep becoming more valuable. That's why, like, I literally came up with my brand name, LVLUPLYSSA. Like, I literally just keep leveling up. I just keep putting money out. I'm gonna keep leveling up. I'm gonna keep putting time in. I'm gonna keep reading books. I like that's why I came up with the brand name.
I've been seeing your growth.
Yeah,
last couple of
I
years.
appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you. You're doing your thing.
Sure.
You got any more questions?
No, I'm just on the credit. I need help with that credit repair, man. That's what I'm here for, and the e-commerce too. My wife, she trying to sell them products.
Yeah, so really, as far as getting like negative items off your credit report, it's like a lot of people don't understand credit is really like a waiting game. So obviously, you can go out here and learn all the laws. I never give anybody credit advice as far as like removing your own stuff, because the thing is, what you're gonna do is end up messing it up, and then you're gonna end up needing to go pay an expert, and then it's gonna be even harder for the expert to remove those negative items for you. You know what I'm saying? So why I never broadcast, like I don't even post about credit repair tips on my page, is because I can tell you the laws, but then you go try to type up your own letter, you send it out to the bureaus, you get a response back, they're not taking it off, and now you got to go work with the expert, and it's even harder for somebody to do their job. So if you have like bad credit and you need credit repair, you go pay somebody who already knows how to do it.
Okay.
It's a small investment, $1,500 most times. $1,500, like that's like minimum range of how much it costs to get your credit repaired.
How much you charge?
$1,500.
Okay.
I charge $1,500.
I just need one item, man. That's it. I'm good money, man. But
yeah, you can pay. So there's some people who do like monthly payments.
Yeah.
I personally think that business model is a scam.
Yeah, I like the one and done is better.
Yeah. You know, like I said, time, like credit is like more of a time thing. So when you start doing the monthly thing, they're gonna take years.
Yeah, that might take 3 years. You done pay them $5,000. Yeah.
Yeah. Then you end up paying more time. They over here. Oh, we working. We waiting back from the like just pay me $1,500. I'm gonna make sure that your credit get cleaned up. You know, we consult you, help you build your credit, help you get the funding, and help you run the play. So we help you with full service brand development. So like the first thing you need to do if you got bad credit is to get that credit fixed. Then we're gonna help you go get some credit. Then we're gonna teach you what to invest it into, and then you're gonna make some money. But like everybody's all on a wave like on DIY because they trying to be cheap. Don't be cheap. Like I've never been cheap. Even if I didn't have it, like even if someone doesn't have the money, they can figure out a way to come up with it. You don't got the money, your mama got the money. You ain't got the money, your brother got the money. You don't got the money. Even if you got bad credit, even if I had bad credit, I would go and get credit to pay for something to get my credit fixed. I would still go ask for credit to go get my credit fixed. I would borrow money to get my credit fixed. Because it's like, you know, what are we doing? You got to make moves. So, yeah, that's the play.
So, what's your top 10? Like, what's your top 10 bucket list you trying to interview? Like,
as far as people I want to interview, man, I don't know. I never really finished that story. As far as me getting into the interviews, I only started doing that because I'm an introvert at heart, and I had a problem speaking to the camera. And so I'm hanging around people like Cool Nerd, Maddie J, and I'm seeing all these entrepreneurs online just speaking at the camera. And I'm like, like I always struggled. I was sitting in front of the camera for hours just talking to it. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, you know, it's always easier to talk in front of a camera when you're talking to someone else. You know what I'm saying? And I really started a whole wave when I started doing the interviews at conferences. So like now you can't walk into like a black conference at all without seeing all these kids running around with mics. And I'm really proud of that because, you know, now at least gave people a reason, like younger entrepreneurs, a reason to want to go to these networking events. And now they don't feel scared to walk up to somebody of authority. Because the first thing that, you know, they want to go introduce themselves, like, okay, well, what am I going to say? You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, okay, let me get a video with you. Now you're documenting the process, for one. And then you're also like getting more exposure for yourself. So that's the first reason why I did it, is so I can get out my shell. The second reason why I did it is so I can leverage other people's audiences. So with all this work of building brands with digital brands and this understanding marketing, I'm like, okay, well, the best way to get my name and my face out there is attaching myself to bigger brands. And so now I got larger brands reposting me with EYL, or yesterday I just got a repost from 19 Keys, and they are reposting my content, and now, you know, they're vouching for me. So, okay, who is this? Who is LVLUPLYSSA? Like, now more people want to tap in because it's almost like people are repping my brand. But that's what happens when you allow someone else to, like, you allow somebody else to get on your audience as well. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, that's the second reason why I did it. As far as me having goals of interviewing 10 people, I never thought it'd even get to this point. When I started seeing millions of views online, like, I'm like, dang, I was just doing this to like get myself out there, network, and really just get myself out my shell and get a little bit uncomfortable. It was really for personal growth and personal development. Yeah,
that's the key. Got to get uncomfortable to get comfortable.
Exactly. Yeah. And I realized I started impacting so many people, and now I'm like, okay, I gotta figure out, like, you know, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? And so now I have a list of entrepreneurs and also like people that just influencers, regular people that aren't entrepreneurs as well that I want to interview. But you know, we're doing more long form interview on my podcast, Level Headed Pod. You know what I'm saying? So on my podcast, I want actually people to tell their story, but just I don't want it to be people just dropping game. Most of the game that I want people to drop is about like life and how they were able to maneuver through hard times. And how do you stay level headed when things get hard? And I think that entrepreneurs are the best people to do that. They have figured out the key on how to stay level headed. You know what I'm saying?
Pivot.
And pivot. And I want them to be able to, you know, give somebody the sauce on on that, and that's really what my podcast is about. So as far as who else I want to interview, I already got one with Steve Harvey. I ain't dropped T.I., E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher, and I'm actually about to just start getting into the entertainer space and working with just higher level entrepreneurs as well. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much my goals.
Congratulations!
Okay, yeah.
Congratulations on Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey, okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's just finessing.
When you gonna drop that one?
Ooh. Everything about the interview is all about timing. So I'll hold on to interviews. I still got some, like, the ones I'm dropping now from, like, months ago.
Yo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because everything's about timing. Like, my one with EYL popped off because they over here putting so many ad dollars into InvestFest. Mm-hmm. And I dropped it in the midst of them marketing for InvestFest.
The one with Troy?
Mm-hmm. The one with Troy. Mm-hmm. And, of course, they're going to repost it because they're marketing right now. But people just want to post things when, they want to post it. And it's like, you can really be really creative when you want to post your own post, especially if you're utilizing someone else. I'm going to hold on to it personally until I think it's the right time, when they already putting all this money in the ad spend and they're already spending all this money. Like, it's like free marketing at that point. Like, of course they're going to repost my content. That's why I post. That's why I'll just hold on to it till it's a really good time for them. You know what I'm saying? And then it's going to get me more traction.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know when I'm gonna post those. I'm gonna wait till I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna hold on to them. You know what I'm saying?
Probably like his USA, his Miss America event posted around that time.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, so you already do Miss America? Sure do.
Yeah, I mean that might be a good time.
Yeah, man, I forgot. I need to start watching TV again. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you the either or question, then we done.
All right, for sure.
Flips or rentals?
Flips or rentals? Right now in my life, I think if you're a young entrepreneur, you need to do flips. Yeah. I think you gotta get into flips because that's how you're gonna get you that cash injection. You know what I'm saying? But flips gonna take you months of like it might take you 6 months for you to get your return on investment for a flip. That's the only thing. So when I first started out, that's why I'm like, e-commerce is really the best route outside of flips and rentals. If you are young and trying to get started in entrepreneurship, because it's gonna help you get more cash flow. And, you don't want to be focused on just trying to figure out, okay, I get paid out 6 months later, and now during that 6 months, you're trying to figure out all your money locked up into an investment.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to be figuring out how you can create cash flow, and so that's why I would really recommend is cash flow first.
That's a bar. Wholesaling or rental property?
Again, it really depends on where you are. Like I would say my followers are probably at the point where they should probably be trying to wholesale. Because again, you need to be trying to figure out how you can make some more money and get some more cash flow. Where I'm at right now, I'll probably go with the rental property rather than trying to wholesale. Because me trying to wholesale is just a whole nother business model I got to build out. I think about all the systems you need for wholesaling, all that money you got to put into PPC. A lot of people, like, wholesaling is one of those scams. They don't tell you how much work you got to put into it. How much money. You have to put a lot of money into wholesaling. Like, people who are really successful at wholesaling are spending like $15,000 a month on a low end on marketing.
That's facts.
And then also, like, having somebody call the leads.
Dang, $15K?
Yeah.
Minimum.
Boys be like, man, $0. $0. They be like $0. I'm saying they say $0 you can get in the wholesaling.
Yeah, that ain't
true.
No, but you know what you can get in $0?
What?
E-commerce.
E-commerce, okay.
No, e-commerce.
Selling product.
Yeah, you don't need no money.
That's why we trying to tell my son, man, he don't listen.
You don't need no money. It's like, you do all that, but the answer is e-commerce. Yeah, man.
Stocks or NFTs?
Stocks. I don't think NFTs are a scam. I'm really pro everything. So I think that it might be a little bit before its time. I think that everything's a scam when it starts off because you're always going to have the people that's going to finesse. Like some new, a new thing come out, it's a new finesse. But I think the model behind it is like, okay, it has potential to be something amazing in the future that we can't even really conceptualize right now. Like how it's actually going to play a role in society. But as of like right now, I'm definitely choosing stocks. Like I day trade as well. With Put Gang, I'm with Put Gang. Also with Traders Club Worldwide is one of my clients. We got a whole office building in Atlanta where you can learn from somebody who trade hedge funds, like $1 billion hedge funds. And so I'm at that office every day. So I think if you are somebody who just starting out, you need cash flow. You need to produce that cash flow, but at the same time, you need to be learning how to trade because like you can trade anything underneath the sun, but you don't need money to learn how to trade. You need to learn how to trade before you have money because you like learning how to trade is just understanding the concepts and how to do it. But if you don't understand how to do it, you're going to lose all your money by the time you get the money. Like, learn how to do it as you're making the money. Get your money up. And by the time you got that money, wow, you trading, toe tag, and you just flipping your money every time. So that's really the play.
Okay. Stocks or crypto?
I'll go stocks right now. You know, crypto down. It's still down. Y'all go look at the charts right now. Yeah, you know, really some sauces until you see 2 confirmations to the upside, meaning that it's showing, the stock is showing it's moving up. The peak in the valley, yo.
Yeah, the peak in the valley, that little, like you gotta have 2
confirmations to the upside prior to you deciding that that's a good investment. Right now it's down. It doesn't make sense to even put money into that. So if you have money into it, like my boy Cool Nerd, hopefully this episode dropped in. You down bad right now. You outside. You just gotta hope. You just gotta hope for better days. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hope for better days. But if you're not in that, then don't put your money in that yet. I think that again, I'm pro everything. And I think that it's a good concept, and in the future that it could possibly, you know, play a really big role in our society. But right now, it's just not a good investment.
Okay.
But one day it might be a good investment again. You gotta wait for the chart to say so.
Okay. Earn your leisure, sleep is for suckers.
I'm gonna go with as far as your show.
Whatever you wanna take it.
Or you can take both. It's your choice.
You can say both. I know you fuck with both.
No, I'm not a both type of guy. I'm either gonna choose. I'm either gonna choose one or neither. You know what I'm saying? But I think personally, EYL, just because of the amount of
impact.
Yeah, the amount of impact, but not even just impact, just the effort that they do as far as revolutionizing financial literacy for especially our people. You know what I'm saying? And so it's outside of just a podcast. Like EYL is way bigger than a podcast to me.
It's like a network.
It's an entire movement. EYL is an entire movement, so that's why I would go with EYL.
Okay. Money or equity?
I love equity. I love equity. I remember at a certain point I told you I was investing all this money into my personal development and everything, and I really was really serious about it. And I came back to Kobe. I'm like, I need a part of this. I need a part of digital brands. And we had several meetings, and I'm super serious about that. But I even think as a young entrepreneur, it's okay to become an entrepreneur first, where you provide value to someone else's business. You know what I'm saying? But know your value too. So as you're providing value to somebody else's business, dang, at a certain point, can this business run without me? And if so, how hard would it be for them to replace me? You know what I'm saying? And so then I started looking at myself in the mirror. I'm like, ask for equity. And I did. You know what I'm saying? So that's literally what we what's in the works right now. And just keep leveling up. That's pretty much the game. But you got to go with equity over that money.
Okay.
I agree.
2 million followers or rental property?
Give me them followers.
Okay.
Give me them followers.
Okay.
Yeah, I know real followers or organic followers is really the wave. But people even talk about, oh, most people got fake followers. I don't care. Fake followers, 2 million fake followers. Most people don't even know you can buy fake followers. You look at the majority of people. So I'm gonna go followers. Real or fake, give me followers.
850 credit score, $1 million.
I need $1 million. But the credit, you need credit. But you have money, it's easier to get credit. $1 million, then you can buy an 850 credit score with $1 million. You know what I'm saying? You got 850 credit score, you have to borrow the money, and then you got to you have to work backwards. It's the credit is a cheat code if you don't have no money. If you have money, then you use the money to get the credit so you can 2, 5, 10x that. But if you don't have no money, then you go with credit. But I'm gonna take the money because I already got the credit, and if I have money, then it's just gonna help me get more credit. And then you use the credit to make you more money. Use the money to make you more credit. And you keep going back and forth.
Leverage. It's like
yeah.
Like that,
But you want the money first. Yeah, but you want the money first. But if you don't have no money, then you get that credit to get you the money. You have to leverage your credit to get money.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.